manager of Manchester United. So yeah, I think he would have done a great job for them. He certainly attends most or all of their home and away matches. So, and of course, his wife died not that long ago, didn't she? So that would have been a tough blow for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got, as we all must have, a lot of respect for the man for his achievements in the game of football as a manager.
Yeah. And there are talks about Alzheimer and stuff like that with, early stages. I don't know how true that is, but he's definitely an advocate for that,
Yeah.
Ferguson. But here's what I was thinking. So, footballers, are they supposed to get, all right, football managers, ex-football managers, do they get pensions? Are they supposed to get pensions? Because obviously,
Well,
when they
I
retire,
mean, it depends. Yeah, I mean, a manager of, say, a lower club in Leagues One and Two, possibly in the Championship, they, I'm sure, would be paying money out of their monthly salaries into pension plans. They would have to be.
right?
But when you come to the elite managers, all of those in the Premier League, they're paid such a lot of money. I mean, literally in the millions.
Yeah.
That, not to say they don't make provision. I mean, I'm sure they would buy things like annuities without going off into finance, but things that at a certain date when they want it will release so much money to them, for the rest of their lives. So most people, most rich people, which is what they are, those managers, will be making proper, tax considered provision for their days when they're no longer working. So, yeah, they will certainly get a pension, but not necessarily from
From
the
the club.
football authorities. I don't know whether their union has a means of generating pensions, but they will be fine for the rest of their days. People like Alex Ferguson and most Premier League managers, I would guess. As I said, Graham Potter is still being paid £1 million a month by
But
Chelsea
Chelsea,
a
yeah.
year after he was sacked.
Yeah.
So he's got no great problems, to see, for the future financially.
Yeah. Because I've heard about footballers going bankrupt. Um,
Yeah,
and I mean broke, not just bankrupt, because bankruptcy,
yeah,
is somehow on the safe side, but um being in financial difficulties, I've
yeah,
heard about
yeah.
footballers being in that sort of position.
It happens.
Um, I don't suppose they'd be getting pensions, no? Footballers.
Well,
Um,
again, they would have advisors, financial advisors, who will be guiding them as to how to provide for the future for themselves and their families. But of course, footballers, like anybody else, are prone to having a lot of money and actually spending a lot of it on gambling. I mean, there is a bit of a thing about some footballers that they lose a lot of money.
That's
And
true.
people can go bankrupt. I was always amazed. It's a bit of a digression, but reading a few years ago that Tiger Woods, for example, now he's not bankrupt by any means. He's
yeah.
got plenty of money, but I remember somebody saying over a weekend in Las Vegas, he gambled and lost $50 million. Now, I mean those levels. I won't be quoted on that. I'm just saying something that I was told or read a few years ago, and that's not to criticize Tiger Woods. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, possibly a billionaire, and a wonderful golfer in his time. But people with loads and loads of money do spend loads and loads of money as well, and just
True.
as sometimes it can go wrong, and they can be left, bankrupt, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
So if you got bad financial advice or a dodgy financial advisor or gambling,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're in a bit bad place then, as somebody that is used to earning loads of money. Um, or if you had a bad divorce, that's
Well,
that's
yeah.
Exactly.
Anything. It's true. Very
Don't
true.
wait to get in broke. Very fast. Very fast. The ladies just take them to the cleaners, clean them out.
It's
Take them.
true.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
know.
that's another factor. So was it Liverpool that was planning to pinch one of your best players, bro? Madueke? Is that Madueke? Am I is that is
Say
that
his
one?
name again, but
Madueke? No,
um,
no. Oh,
don't think so.
there's
Don't
this
think so.
Palace player. There's this Palace player. I think he has a dreadlock. It cuts his side of the head. And he played for England. He
Not
featured. What's
well.
his
Do you mean Eze? Eberezer Eze?
Eze, yeah.
Do
That's
they
it.
want him? I haven't seen that. Do they
Oh
want
yeah.
him?
Well,
I
this
think so.
Palace player. There's this Palace player. I think he has a dreadlock. It cuts his side of the head. And he played for England. He
Not
featured. What's
well.
his?
Do you mean Eze? Eberezer Eze?
Eze, yeah.
Do
That's
they
it.
want him? I haven't seen that. Do they
Oh
want
yeah,
him?
well, yeah. So I think it's
Yeah,
Chelsea and Liverpool are, they gone in for him. So
yeah, really.
it might,
He could well go in January, I would think, in the
yeah. I
window,
think
the
that's what they're
transfer
looking at.
window.
Yeah, so they're looking at
Yeah,
January, pinching him.
yeah.
Do you think you have a replacement for that? Do you have a, you have
Not that I'm aware of. And of course, Palace are not doing great this season.
no?
So far, we've not won a game in 7 games. So
Yeah.
they can't really afford to lose more of our players. But it's not going well so far. So I think they need to be buying one or two more
They need to,
players in
yeah,
January rather than
yeah,
selling them.
yeah. And I
Yeah,
have a feeling that he might go to either Chelsea or Liverpool. AZ.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. So Cole Palmer, didn't really I didn't really see him in the game on Sunday.
No,
I
no,
didn't
he didn't.
no, he's our star boy. Um,
Yeah, I don't understand it. He wasn't very good. None of them were very good on the first game.
no,
Sunday, they were not great, but some were better. But Palmer just didn't seem, it wasn't the usual Cole Palmer, was it? He didn't seem
no,
interested.
no, it
And
didn't.
I think when he was substituted, he looked a bit cross. Um, but yeah, it's not the man. I suppose any good footballer will sometimes have
A
a
bad
couple of
day.
off days, a couple of off games, and he probably just didn't. He wasn't in the right place. He wasn't at it, as they say. But
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll come good. He's a brilliant footballer, so he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yeah. I was just quite surprised because I thought when I looked at the lineup and I saw Cole
Mm,
Palmer, yeah, I thought, yeah, this is gonna be a good game. It was a good game for me, I must say, but just the absence of I would really love to have seen more from Paul Palmer,
yeah,
I
yeah, he
saw
wasn't good.
very little of him. I'll tell you who I did see, and I surprisingly did see quite a lot of good football from Jack Grealish.
He was good. Yeah,
It was very good on Sunday.
yeah, he's a good player.
He played an unusual wing for me, actually. Um, what do you think about the wing that because he was playing the far left 20?
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's his position for Manchester City. And I
exactly.
think the thing about Jack Grealish, there's always two or three players who are on him, and they sort of come to him when he's got the ball, so create space elsewhere. And I
Yeah.
think he connected well with Bellingham, who was very good, I thought, in the match. So yeah, I think the left hand side is good for him. He often does cut in, doesn't he, to go on his right foot.
Yeah.
But I think he's very effective when he does get down to the line and
Yeah.
cross the ball. So I would always have Jack Grealish pretty much in the first 11, um, but certainly as an impact sub. Early-ish in the second half. I think he's good player. And again, he wants to win. He's a winner. So I
It
like Jack.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Pickford. What do you think of him now?
Yeah, well, he was dropped, wasn't he? Because the Palace, our goalkeeper, played on Sunday.
Yeah,
Pickford had an unusually poor game
he
on
did
Thursday,
Thursday. Yeah,
which I think he would by his own admission would say that. He sort of threw the ball out once or twice badly, and it just wasn't. Again, he wasn't at the races, as they say. It's very unusual because again, his driving attitude from the back to the team is positive, is good, and he is a brilliant goalkeeper. He's a good stopper of shots and things.
yeah.
But yeah, unusually, he didn't seem to do so well. And
No,
again, no one's saying, I'm not saying that that's all down to the manager, but maybe Carsley wasn't the right fit for the team. And I know after the games, Lee Carsley said he hopes he can still be the under 21s manager. So he obviously was well aware he wasn't going to be kept on. But
yeah,
all credit to him, he obviously wanted to win. He did his best, tried some new things, and so yeah, he's not had an unsuccessful tenure in there. So good luck to him.
yeah. I t with Lee Carsley, I don't really know where I stand with him. It's sort of in the middle for me, you know. I
Yeah,
don't know where to place him. He's not exceptionally good, but he's not a bad manager either. And
no,
so, you know, so I mean, I watched just before we go, um, I think it was Jack Grealish that lost £500 bet.
did he?
Yeah, it did. Well, because that free kick that was scored, it's set to was it Angel Gomez? It's set to Angel Gomez. You score this free kick, and I'll give you 500 quid. He lost the bet, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Angel
did. But
Gomez.
of course, there was a very good free kick goal from
It
Alexander
was.
Arnold, wasn't there?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was Alexander Arnold, not Angel Gomez. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Alexander Arnold. Yeah,
yeah. It was a
yeah.
great goal.
We haven't seen that much of that sort of free kick from England in a very long time.
No, no, we haven't.
No, we haven't. And it's from a surprise, you know. I was quite surprised Alexander Arnold had that in him, you know. I know he's
Well,
good
he's
at
done
Liverpool.
that before, though. He's done that before. He's good at that.
All right, yeah. I know he's good at Liverpool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Right, okay. So this is all we've got time for, bruv. Did you do the opening? Do you want to do the conclusion?
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You do the conclusion,
All right, yeah. So
and perhaps we can have a word afterwards.
all right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you've been watching and listening to the Football Referee with myself, Emmy Hikins, and he calls me bruv.
And me, Trevor Gear, and he calls me Cuz. And
And our
Dr.
guest,
Gladys, lovely to have Dr. Gladys with us. Really is. And she
cheers,
spoke
mate.
more sense than the two of us put together, didn't she?
Cheers and shit.
She did.
Oh, we should have her as a regular on the football.
We
Yeah,
should.
yeah, we should.
Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, why not? Yeah. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
Yeah, and